Never mind what you've seen.
Never mind what you heard.
We are here. Certified lover calves.
Yeah. Nah, for real.
Nope.
Cuffing season is in full effect. Yeah.
No hearts in the fade, though.
Nah, no.
Never.
Nah, no, please don't. Please.
You feel me?
Yo, I hated every dude that did that shit. Terrible.
Hey, man, it was trendy times, man. I didn't do it, so I don't care.
Yeah, fuck that, man.
You know. But I digress. We are here. We are talking the end of the summer and the beginning of the fall.
Get your draft picks ready.
The layers. If you like clothes, you throw a fit on.
Mm-hmm.
The sleeves get a little longer.
Yeah.
The nights get a little colder.
Mm-hmm.
You might want to be next to someone. And I mean, we're the gentlemen, so we
what
are.
They be saying now, I'd rather be in the bed rubbing feet together or some shit. Whatever the fuck
we are the ones providing the warmth. You know what I mean? Like,
word up.
You know, get you a heated blanket, pop on a good streaming service, and watch you a film together.
Sit,
you know,
binge watch a series.
Watch some.
They all out there.
You know, get to know each other. Watch TV till TV watches you.
Mm-hmm.
Get you some food.
My favorite is the Netflix Are You Still Watching?
Yeah. And, you know, fake a future until proven otherwise.
Word. Oh, man.
And when you guys cross that threshold of the following summer and the next cuffing season, you be like, we no longer live on that timeline. We are doing something real.
Yeah.
It's happening.
Hopefully.
You know, but until then, theme song. Shout out to Fab. Sorry, Will. I know you're not big on Fab, but cuffing season.
It'll be all right.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Cuffing season.
Cuffing season is one of the good ones, man.
Cuffing season is upon us.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Sweater
up,
weather.
Man? How you feel about this movie, man?
So this movie,
yeah.
Do we want to start talking about it, or do we want to say what it is first?
So we're doing Hitch. Talking about Hitch.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here to talk about Hitch.
Yeah.
We are getting the approval from Royal Soul.
From the house, yo.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the guys.
Something that you guys like? Welch, one of your favorite? Okay, one of Welch's.
Oh,
okay,
that makes sense. You know.
All right, I did forget Eva Mendes. See, we're on a 2 for 2.
All right, guys.
In the Latina Hall of Fame.
All right, guys.
2 for 2. Yeah, Rosie and White Men Can't Jump and Eva Mendes in this.
That's
now
cap.
I don't know if
That's
this
cap.
is peak Eva.
That's cap. You're on 3 for 3.
3 for 3. Who's the other?
Hayek, Wild Wild West.
Oh yeah, yo, violation. Yo, we're 3 for 3. Yo, this is the horny cast. Yo, that's crazy.
I was just correcting you.
Yo,
I'm not with.
No, or the fetish. This is the fetish.
No, that's
cast.
why I said I was correcting.
We're clearly the fetish cast, yo.
No,
not talk about any black woman.
That's not true.
Nah, we've given it up.
Sidney Dean's wife was amazing.
Yeah, we shouted out. We shouted out Sidney Dean's wife.
2 seconds.
No.
Hold on. Nah.
I also said Rosie Perez was ugly and do the right thing.
Yeah.
I said she had certain years where she was fired.
Her cooking.
Don't try to play me.
Up.
I ain't. No. We're not doing that colorist thing here.
Nah, stop. Hold on. Bro, we've done Love Jones.
Oh, come on, yo. Nia Long.
Higher Learning.
Yo, you don't. No. My Nia Long I did it in front of my girlfriend. I said how amazing Nia Long was. And I said she was my birthday twin. Don't play with me.
Yo, We Are the World, yo. We gave it up to Margot Robbie in Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh, yeah. Yup. This is equal opportunity.
Nah, son. Equal opportunity.
Here at Seen and Not Heard, we have diversity, equity, and inclusion. Shout out to the bros. You know what I'm saying? And if you need to know our DEI officer, his name is Joshua Dodds.
Josh Dodds.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Professor Dodds.
Yo, fight the good fight for me, bro.
That's a fact, yo.
Real rap.
Nah, we've definitely, yeah. Come on, don't do it.
And
like
the
that.
girl that broke Hitch's heart was a beautiful black woman.
Sheesh.
She was beautiful in the beginning of the movie. The girl, Cressida, that he met in college, that broke his heart. Yeah. She was beautiful.
Yeah.
She broke his heart. He didn't want to go back down that path.
I only say that because the guy who's sitting next to me does not like it.
Listen, don't bring his colorism. That's your colleague. Don't bring that on to our show.
Yeah.
That's his issue. And I won't even say bro's name to attach his colorism on the broadcast.
Damn. That's crazy.
So back to Cressida.
What's your back to Cressida? You're doing it right now. Yeah. So
bro, he was laying it on very thick.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
pause.
I hate to say pause, but he was very, very my first girlfriend-ish with her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I love you so much, which is not bad. Mm-hmm. But to double down and be like, I know you don't love me as much, but I'm just happy that you even love me at all. Like, hold on, bro. Like you
Just,
were begging for this to go bad.
Yeah.
You were putting way too much butter on the popcorn. Mm-hmm. Like, let's ease up, bro.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with liking Shorty.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, yo, I'm not that guy. I'm not against telling my girl. I'm going to tell my lady I love her.
So,
it's real.
Yo.
But he was too far with it.
Let's bring it back a little bit. So,
let's go.
We just did 500 days, right?
Okay.
And we talked about, like, a little bit of, like, the redemption arc. You know, he gets his heart broken, and then he starts working on himself, perseveres, all that good shit. Stops looking for it. So, in Hitch, we have a guy, heart gets broken, but then, however, he figures out a way to package up dating advice, or at least how to.
Yep.
I mean, it is dating advice, but, like, it's not past getting you through the door, at least.
That's it. Like to me, watching the services that Hitch was able to package and monetize as a business was kind of sad. That that there could be a sector of people that need advice on introductory ways of dating, because
I feel like when this movie came out, that became like a boom.
But the overall vibe of the service he was providing seemed like he was hand-holding you through making your relationship work. But it wasn't that. It was literally first 3 dates.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I'm gonna get you the you the intro. I'm gonna get you
to your first kiss.
The press, yeah.
And then it's
impressing,
on you. Yep. And I think, like, what threw me off for that is, like, you can't curse this dude for something that's so introductory. Like, I was like, okay, so you're helping cats have, like, for lack of better words, you're helping cats have a good meeting point with the shorty. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh, man, like, you know, like, the dog ran out, you grabbed the dog.
Yeah, bridge the gap,
like,
yeah.
Like, you're, like, you're making, you're slow. Like, that's why when he said at the end, you know, going out of order, when he said for women to get out of their own way, I feel like the daily hustle and bustle of life would have people not thinking about love if they're single. You're just living your life. You're doing your thing. You're going where you got to go. You're going to work. You're trying to walk to the cab. You're trying to walk to the office. You're trying to be in line at the newsstand. You're trying to be in line at the ice cream spot. You're trying to go to yoga. All these things are in the opening scenes. You're just busy living your life. And the thing is like, these men in the introductory scene don't know how to slow the woman down and notice them in a right way. And none of them were creeps. So they weren't like catcalling and doing things that give negative attention to themselves. They were just kind of awkwardly around them. And it's like the dude's like turning over in yoga class, giving this weird smile. And she's like, that's weird. And it's like, yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
But he didn't know, like, you know, like, although they play it like, you know, Hitch is so suave, you know, to be able to be like, oh, I'm gonna run around all the other guys and just be like, oh, hey, I need a Corona with the lime wedges. All right, cool them out. And then Shorty like chases him, and then he's like, well, how else could I get you from the guys?
It's Paula Patton, right? Yeah,
Yes.
it's Paula Patton.
Yes. There we go.
Yeah.
Paula Patton.
Yeah.
Paula Patton's in this movie. Very pretty.
Very black.
Paula Patton. Kind of light though. I know. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. You got
look at you.
live your truth, King.
But okay. So I just think that like he taught guys how to get a attention grasping intro that was palatable. And he researched the lady. I think Cass just, and I'm not saying you're supposed to research every person you bump into, but he like did enough back research to make sure they had like a really
Just-
great launch point for
Yeah.
trying to.
And I'll
Let's
be
use
honest,
Sarah
right?
Milas'
As-
words: manufacture a relationship out of thin air.
I do respect a little bit of that, as I just know for me, whenever I do approach a woman, it's not just some cold like I'm not just knocking on the door. It's like I would like to notice something that I can build a conversation off of that makes it like, it doesn't have to be necessarily something that she's super interested in. It just can be anything that is a fucking good, just a good in.
No, but I think you're speaking to what he said when they were at the speed dating event that he blew up. When he was like, some guys think it would be nice to have a plan, to come to them and say, I like you. I like you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I think even like, okay, it's different now. So we have to communicate what it is on a digital space. Because oftentimes, like, I mean, yeah, there's a million dating sites, but before the dating sites, the regular social media interaction itself is a dating site. If you are single and seeking, you can get that out of it. So I think that people subconsciously put together a profile of the person that they're looking at. You know, prime example. And I think, like I said, subconsciously, because if you're friends with someone that you're interested in drumming up conversation with, like you'll kind of like, oh, you can get a little gauge of the music taste. You can get a little gauge of like foods they like. You can put together a little, like a more fail-safe approach just by seeing the story. You can see if they're dark humor. You can see if they're cheesy humor.
Right.
You can see if things are too hot right now to even try to approach.
Yeah.
Whoa, a lot of men ain't shit stories.
Yeah.
Let me hold off
Yeah,
a few
let me
weeks.
back up, yo.
Let me wait till you're in
Yeah.
a more jovial space. Like you're not really in the
Yeah.
brain space to receive the way I'm trying to run up. You know, like, and I think that people don't even realize that they're subconsciously, you know,
Yeah, even knowing
Like,
if
like,
they're even looking for anything.
testing their steps
yeah.
while they're thinking of like, is this the day I'm gonna respond to the story? Or am I just gonna heart it? Or am I just gonna thumbs up it? Oh, am I actually gonna write a comment?
Thumbs up.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I think that cats are putting their approaches together, and I think like you're giving a little bit more information than a stranger on the street. But these guys were in the spaces of those women somehow, some way.
Yeah, they've at least seen, they've seen
They were
them
around
on a frequent
and they
basis.
weren't getting noticed.
Yeah, yeah.
I hate to say it, but it was like you're the guy in the portrait mode of her life. You're blurred in the background while she's doing what she's doing.
What do you think about that statement? Now, I'm not anybody's misogynist or gonna argue misogyny, but like, what do you think about that statement? I'm helping like women get out of their own way. Cause like we're still in the battle of the sexes, like gender wars. Still, every podcast, all that shit. That's always a nuanced conversation. But like,
No, I think
how do you feel about that? Especially him this is almost a 20-year-old movie at this point.
I think for me, if you're speaking to, it depends on how you're saying it. And I think like,
Sounds good when it's coming from Will Smith.
well, not even that. It sounds good with the right intention. Because even the intention of the character Hitch to turn down working with a guy like Vance, that was trying to
Just get
like trying to take things down.
Yeah.
So much that you're willing to call a person that can help you get an introduction in there to manipulate the woman and just smash. Like, why would you, like, okay, like, why would you be paying a person to help you get a good intro to a girl that you want to hit and quit? Like, these other guys are, like, thinking, like, yo, like, I'm, like, already in love with this woman and she can't even notice me. Mm-hmm. And I just want to at least get a chance to see if I could pass or fail. That's why I say when he's talking about getting out of their own way, like, he was just making these guys that were otherwise, like I was saying about the portrait mode, they're just blurred in the background of your life. He's just bringing these guys to the forefront, bringing them into frame for you, bringing them into focus so that you would notice them and see if you may like them or not. And the fact that everything that he was teaching them wasn't even what they were doing shows even more that people just sometimes will not even notice somebody that may be meant for them. Because if you think about it, Allegra was going to see him at the meeting and keep living.
Yeah.
And he was going to keep doing his job. And he was going to keep having a crush on her, not knowing that they were going to have all these things in common. Like, they had those things in common by happenstance. But he already liked her. And he wanted to see her more. Like, you know what I mean? Like, everything that Hitch was telling him to do that he wasn't doing, she liked. She wouldn't even got that far. Yeah. Had he never given them the meeting point. That's how I look at it.
Word. So what's your relationship like with this movie? Because I think I told you this was I mean, shit, this came out probably, you know, I'm early teenager. You're probably in your 20s at this point,
Damn,
right?
how much older do you think I am than you?
I mean, when the fuck did this shit come out? Like 04, 05? Something like that? Hold on. When did this come out?
Come on, bro.
He's like, yo, don't age me.
No, I'm old.
Oh, shit. Yeah, 05. 05. So, yeah, I'm 14, 15, 20. Young man, 20. So, yo.
You said 20s.
My bad. Plural. Yeah, he's like, I was literally
20s is
2-0.
20s is crazy.
So,
yo, you said it like you was 12 and I was 23.
Nah,
like that's how it's.
It's like, yo, nigga already done jumped off the porch,
right?
All of that in college, nah. So, I just remember seeing this when it came out. Like, yo, you're 14, 15 years old, dude. Like, I remember looking at this shit like, oh yeah, this is definitely gonna like help get the girl kind of thing.
Yeah.
It definitely applies, but yo, I just feel like, yo, some of this shit similar to like what we were talking about in 500 Days is like, yo, like these dudes don't know nothing about these girls. Maybe I'm being a little bit of a pessimist, yo. They don't know nothing about these girls. They just see them. They like what they look like, but it's just like, all right, you pay for the coaching.
Okay.
Yeah. What if you don't like this girl?
That's the risk you take.
Like I felt like all the dudes that they showed us, it was like on some fill in the blank shit. It's just like, yo, she looks how she looked, but like, yo, what if she, you know, what breath stink? You know what I'm saying?
I don't think the movie had enough time to have failed relationships in it.
Very true. I mean, it's long as fuck for a rom-com. It's just 2 hours.
So imagine adding a storyline of a failed
the subplot of any of those relationships.
You know what I mean? Like I think they had to choose, and they chose to have the Vance storyline when they had to choose what works, what doesn't work. Because I mean, like they're showing that he's good at his business by like giving you what is it like 3 relationships in the opening credits.
Yeah, just rattle that off. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like so, it's like I think they tried to like flip that that hurt guy trope into something positive. Yeah, because he could have been like, I mean, like you know,
there's a rated R version of this movie somewhere. You know what I mean?
There's a very bad version of this movie. Yeah, just because when Eva Mendes is saying like, oh, he's too much of a player to have a bad date on his record. Like there's so much space for him to go, for them to exploit him taking Paula Patton home that night. There's so like there's space for just oh, all right, say like same time next week. What? Give me the name for next week to the Ellis Island guy and find out that he runs that play all the time. Like there's space. Let's use your word. There's space to make it very disingenuous,
Yeah.
as opposed to making it like thoughtful, oddly specific.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like there could have been a space where it's like, yo, you see him on jet skis once a week, and it's like it's always a different girl, like, and he's just like into like finding the exotic girl that like, oh, we're gonna find the name, we're gonna look it up, we're gonna flip to the page every Sunday morning. That's what he does. Like, and that would have made him look like a whole different type of person.
Okay.
But he could have been that person coming off of the heartbreak and never really recovered. Like, which would be the trope of the guy that's stuck on his old heartbreak and carries it all through his adulthood.
Okay. So, all right, we potting. So, right?
Yeah, totally.
I don't know if this is a little personal, but I'll give my go. I'll give my go. So, first kiss.
Okay. Oh, yeah, okay.
Again, I don't want to sound crazy. All respect to you and Sister Shay, but like, when was
talking
y'all
about
first kiss?
in
Because y'all
life?
have y'all shit is storied, but like how did y'all first kiss like go down, and how was like was it weird after like
No.
Because I know because y'all have been friends for fucking forever, bro, forever. You know what I'm saying? Y'all like this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, we probably not gonna do it here.
Okay. All right, I respect.
Nah,
so,
we could definitely talk about it.
That'd be some
I have no issue talking to you about it.
Word, but for the world, I'll put my shit out there.
You want to talk about first in life?
Well,
or whatever.
No, so I'll give my go. So like I had almost a similar experience recently with like. So how he's coaching these dudes up, he's saying, "Oh, go in 90, they go in 10, whatever." Yeah. Yo, when Eva Mendes kisses him,
she does it. She does the 90 and makes him come 10.
Yo, I had that recently.
That's fire.
Mad fire.
But I
so fire. I was taken by complete surprise, bro.
But one thing I appreciate about these movies is they're not giving any gender the license to a certain behavior.
Word.
They're always altering it. A guy can get played, a lady can get played.
Yeah.
A guy can get infatuated, a lady could get infatuated. A guy can fall in love, a lady can fall in love. Like they're showing all sides. So we did actually find some balanced rom-coms. Right. But I think like when it comes to the whole like first kiss, like I think when I like you said, I was 20. So I think I'll be honest with you, like when you talk about my relationship with the movie, bro, I would say that I'm more calculated or became more calculated after watching this. Like I think 20 is a very early age, and I think that I like stumbled into.
That's a good age of like exploration. You know, you're like, yeah.
I think it's a perfect age for the kind of guy I was, because I was the kind of guy that I was a poet. I really loved R&B. Like I loved a lot of things that didn't make me necessarily like the man in high school, but like fare so well for the large majority of one's life. Okay. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, like when everybody only wanted to play Dipset and G Unit and State Property, it's like to be able to play those and then know that I had like Music Soul Child and Lauryn Hill and like all the neo soul of Jill Scott, Angie Stone, the and vibes. Blue Cantrell. like I'm building up a quote unquote vibes type of energy. Yep. But it's like very like off putting to the teenage girls that I liked. I will not say all girls.
Yeah, of course.
But like I had a very like, yo, man, like I had like I came up with a large number of female friends that I'm still cool with to this day. Like you said, my lady, like me and her were friends when we were growing up. So it's like the ladies that going back to 500 Days of Summer, like the ladies that were my friends that had like-minded types of mentalities as me, for some reason I wasn't romantically into them.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Word.
you kind of like you're chasing it's almost like you're chasing what's running away from you. And that documents like high school. Don't get me wrong. Like, I had like meaningless girlfriends throughout high school, whatever. That's life. But I mean, like, it's really just like, oh yeah, like, you know, for my girl to laugh and poke fun at me now and be like, oh yeah, I remember when you made a mix CD for so-and-so and you made this for such and such. And I'm like, I was over here doing thoughtful shit for people that I don't even remember their names.
Right.
Like, why was I doing that outside of the fact that I thought it was cool shit? And then the funny thing is, like, when you get to an age where it makes sense, like, I can say this publicly, like, when me and Shay started dating, we had to transition from friends to lovers, and she was so much of my friend that it was like she understood the methodical version of thoughtful things I did, because she was the homie. So I talk to her and be like, yo, I'm at Marshall's right now, I'm copping me a shirt. Oh, I seen a shirt that would look dope on Shorty, and Shorty will probably like not even like stress me out for another week or bother me because I got her a shirt. I'm talking to her as my friend.
Yeah.
And as my friend, she's like, yeah, that might work. You know, that's cool. Ha, ha, ha. And then flash forward to years later when you date and then you pop up with a thoughtful gift. She's like, oh, my God, this. So wait, what are you trying to do?
Yeah.
What's going on? What's
Yeah,
this?
yeah.
Is there a hidden motive behind this
Right,
gift?
yeah.
And it's like, nah, like it's really the thoughtfulness. But you know what I mean? Like I had, like I was thoughtful but methodical at the same time. So when I look at Will Smith, and I look at how he was doing things, it was like, I look at it like thoughtful but methodical simultaneously. And then sometimes you just, like, it transitions when you have real feelings for somebody and it's just thoughtful. Like there's no longer a method to the madness.
Okay.
But it sucks for people that like know that side of you, because it may be tough to like not question your motives. But I don't, you know.
How you feel about running plays?
How so?
I mean, he's doing the Ellis Island play. I mean, that's the main play that we see him.
No, there's more.
Which one?
There's the play, and I think some of the plays are valid.
Like, none of these plays have like. It's not really like, I don't want to call the movie vanilla, but it is. I mean, it's very palatable, but it's like it's giving you enough where like, okay, this is good intentioned, I feel. But then you can also, I don't want to say weaponize it, because it's like the scene with Paula Patton, it's a little bit weaponized. He's like, nah, I'm gonna get this girl away from these dudes, you know it. But then you don't see Paula Patton for the rest of the movie. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, whatever that was, it was cool. They did that. But like, what other?
I mean, he did a lot of just seeing if he could do it, like muscle memory type stuff. Like, he wasn't causing a lot of harm.
The ball dribbles your way. Let me put up a shot.
He wasn't, like, I feel like he wasn't using his powers for evil. He could have been doing a lot of damage out there. Okay. Like, with the amount of research and the amount of the grasp that he had on the dating spectrum, he could have hurt a lot of feelings in the process. And maybe he did, but they didn't show it. Because if they showed it, you look at the character totally different.
Right, yeah, it makes it...
The way that they showed it, he was a pretty wholesome guy, considering that he was interfering with the natural course that love takes. But I believe that one of the plays that he ran, of course, with Albert Brenneman at the fashion joint.
Okay.
Like, when he's speaking about the importance of the friend, that's a big thing. I think we all know that we've gone on at least one type of third wheel type of situation to make a solid impression in front of your ladies' friends.
Yep.
I mean, like, you've been there. Like, I mean, like, me and Shay had a point where we weren't speaking, and me and you were like, quote unquote, for lack of better words, outside.
For lack of, yes.
Like, you know, like, for lack of better word, like we were heavily like, you know, hanging out, going to bars, whatever the case may be, around the time when me and Shay were able to reconnect. And when that time came,
Mad Long Island's, yo.
oh yeah, hey,
Regular.
but around that time it was imperative to make sure that her friends understood my intentions.
For sure.
And I think the thing is like the friends are either working with you or working against you. So Hitch doesn't necessarily go into that, but he alludes to it. And the thing is, like, it's important to be on their good side. I'm not saying kiss their ass, but let them know who you are. Yeah. And I think if you're manipulative and you're disrespecting them, or you're actually like trying to put on airs in front of them just to get a solid vote from them, or for them to lobby for you, that's when it's disingenuous.
Yeah, they're gonna see right through that shit.
But you know, but when it's just you trying to show that you're sincere, then it's coming from a good place. Yeah. And I think like that sort of play isn't necessarily disingenuous.
Word. Okay.
What do you think about running plays?
I mean, look, man, I've never been the type to like run plays, but more so like a good point guard, yo. You let the game come to you. You know what I'm saying? So knowing how to adapt, and it's a lot of sports analogies, whatever, it's a dude podcast, but like it's just, yo, just knowing when to pivot, yo, knowing when to change up your play style. Like yo, the team needs me to score 30 tonight. But you know what, yo? I might not need to score 30 tonight. I might need to assist more, yo. So that's how I've approached like dating, yo. Where it's just like I pretty much reciprocate or rebound like what I get basically. So like shorty throws like, you know, some good positive energy, yo. She seems like, you know, jovial or whatever. All right, yo, so I can be playful back, yo, and then we see what's up. And, oh, shit, we pivoted to something a little bit more serious, so we go like that. So, like, I don't know if it's ever been, like, plays. Like, I don't ever have, like, yo, damn, I don't know if I could tell this, yo. Maybe, I don't know if I can, yo, but
if you can't,
I'll just, there was a play that you told me you and one of the homies, it was a bar play. Oh. One of the homies goes in, buys a couple rounds or some shit like that. Tips the bartender, you know, heavy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, tip the bartender heavy. Now, it's not like a crazy it's not like a crazy play, but it's more so like if this was like art of seduction, I forget what this would be considered, but you're getting some type of attention on you. Okay. So homie goes in, bartender knows, okay, this person tips heavy. All right, bet. Now then you come in maybe the other side of the bar or some shit, and now either another bartender knows, so now y'all got two bartenders that y'all got locked in, and now it's, y'all want drinks?
For sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, to me, that's not
Which is a fire play, my nigga. Like, I'm gonna be honest, nigga. Woo! I did that shit. So the year that you were talking about, bro, I did that shit once.
Right.
It was lit.
Yeah.
It was lit. So
it works.
It works, yo. Tried and true.
You know, you just. I mean, that's just more establishing relationships, and like making sure that you're coming across the way you want to be, the way you want to be appreciated in front of anyone that's going to pay attention to you. And I don't necessarily look at that like a play. That's just like more like how are you moving out there?
Word.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like the way I'm moving is the same way I'm moving in my relationship. Like, you know what I'm saying? I hate to say it, but it's like, yo, I don't have the money to do it the way that I would do it. But like, you know, like, you gave him $20 to keep the ice cubes cold. Like, you know, like I'm I'm that kind of guy. Like, I'm a stimulate the economy type of guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like to appreciate people for giving me good service.
Word.
I'm not like a Yelp reviewer that's coming in entitled, expecting top tier service.
1 star. Yeah,
like no, like you know what I mean. Like I'm going above and beyond for the fact that they're going above and beyond for me and creating a reciprocal exchange between myself and the servers. You know what I mean?
Because I asked that question too because when you see him do the Paula Patton thing, yo, I was thinking like it's like okay, he's maybe not done that exact same play, but he's done variations
100%
of that play before because it was just it was too
easy.
smooth. It was too smooth, yo.
But it was easy. I mean, like if you dissect the layers of that play, whew, okay. So
Let's get it, yo. Let's get it.
first and foremost,
Yep.
the physical element of it, it removes her from the crowd.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Second, it removes the ego
From him or her.
from her
Okay.
because she's so sought after. Everyone's gawking, everyone's fawning for her, and all these things, and she's that chick at that moment, and everyone is not denying that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like a very weird moment almost. Like,
Yeah,
it's almost like an auction block. Like, it's like,
Yeah.
can I get you a drink? No, can I get you a drink?
Like
No, can I
Cyber,
get
have
you
you
two?
ever seen something like that? before?
Nah, never.
Not that, obviously
never
not
to
that
that
extreme,
degree.
but
I mean, it's a movie, so it's supposed to be played up.
yeah,
to show
four or five dudes around her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So at that moment, she's wrestling with the fact that, oh, you think the only reason they're talking to me is because they're taking orders? You don't think I'm that girl? Like, who are you talking to? Like, yo, bro. Like, yo, don't talk. Like, and like, it's like I said it like it was all one sentence, but he just said, "Oh, 2 Coronas over to the pool table, put the money in her hand, and walked away."
Yeah.
So then, while she's walking away and she starts to talk, then he says lime wedges, like, which is like, "Oh, you're dismissing me. You don't even feel like I'm actually like you're treating me like just a server. Like you're just like, oh, you're brushing me off. Like, yeah, whatever. Like, give me lime wedges. Get out of here. Like, go get it already. Like, meet me at the table.
Yeah, I'm over
like,
here,
and she's
yeah.
like, yo, and then she has to call him out his name. Hey, asshole. And then he's like, oh, you have to let me take my foot out of my mouth.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, and then like, you know, she's like, oh, don't let it happen again. And he's like, oh, you know, how else am I supposed to get you away from everybody? And then like, I think like the funny thing about that is I think that cats never realize that like those moments, those small pockets of vulnerability inside of like your approach always are funny. Like for him to be like, how was I supposed to get you away from those guys? Like, it's like, yo, you don't have to take yourself too seriously and act like the plan is so fail safe that you can't admit that it's a plan. Like, you just say it in a casual way.
Yeah.
And like, now we're poking fun at it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, you know, like, if you take that mind state and then, my man in 500 Days actually gets her attention when he tried to put the song on for her. It's like, well, how else was I going to get your attention? Like, I couldn't talk to you.
Yeah.
Like, it's all these people here. Like, I threw on the song, and I know you love that song, so what's up? Like, and now you're looking over. Like, yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's okay to say those things. It's okay to, like, you know what I mean? Like, women always speak on wanting you to date with intention or, you know, wanting or speak to intentionality. But it's like, yo, like, I did that on purpose. I did that to get your attention.
Yeah.
I did that to get you to notice me. Like, not too much, but, you know, I did that. I did that because there was 5 people in here that was in your face. And now cool. You know what I mean? Like, I like the fact that he, like, kind of gave a little bit of the plan while doing the plan.
Yeah.
He did it when he met Sarah Milas, too. Like, he's like, you know, like, but then there's always the element of surprise at the end. Like, it's like, oh, he walks away. And then it's like, oh, here go the Grey Goose martinis. But they don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, this one guy sees a martini glass, and he gets the wrong drink.
Yeah.
Thinks it's an apple martini.
Yep.
But he did the research. And he seems like he knows so much, but it's not that. He's just like...
yeah.
He's like, yo, you're sitting in this lounge by yourself. You're probably a regular.
Yep.
Like, oh, ask the
Details.
bartender. What's her drink? Okay. Oh, she usually comes to. Okay, cool. All right, bet.
Yep.
So now he seems like he's got all this like, astute knowledge on body language.
And
Meanwhile,
he did 3 minutes of research.
like quick little recon.
Yep.
Went in there. John Taffer vibes on the recon.
That's a fact. Yo,
Just
shit.
saying recon and talking about lounges. Like shout out to Bar Rescue. That's the
Facts.
show. I love that joint.
Yo, that's a fact.
But I think he's seen that opportunity and seized it. And just like was like, yeah, you know, like you're giving all the right signals that you don't want to be bothered, da da da. And it's like, yo, like I don't know how many cats have actually, because to me that's not dirty macking.
Nah.
It's using.
Why would it be?
It's utilizing reverse psychology. But the fact that he like took her away from a conversation with another guy, you know, the fact like it could be perceived in a very light way.
Yeah.
Or like you know, like why aren't you talking to these guys in here? Like it's the big leave me alone on your forehead. Like all these things. Like I feel like a lot of that reverse psychology vibe. Like, you know, someone that is hating and is like devoid of conversation starters would look at that like, oh man, you just messed it up for the rest of us. But like, nah, I don't think that.
Okay.
Like, I'm gonna always be mad at Sarah in the end for when she had the moment where she let when she opened the door and it was her brother-in-law.
Oh,
that hurt. That hurt. That hurt.
Yo,
that hurt. I'm not with that.
None of that.
Like, don't play with my emotions.
Yeah.
I'm over here. I'm going crazy.
Yeah, like
you through the peephole watching me pour my heart out.
Yeah.
And you just had to get your get back.
Foul. Comedy.
Yeah. Comedy. What do you? Oh my God! Like, yo, I think that they had a couple moments. They had a couple moments where if this movie was newer, it goes different.
What you mean, and how so? Like which moments?
The bellhop and the coworker. The light sprinkles of LGBTQIA plus activity in the movie would have been heightened.
Okay.
No, because remember he's like, can you help me with my partner? It might not be.
Yeah, he goes, yeah. Yep.
And then when dude, like, they wouldn't have made him try to act straight in the park. They would have just let him be himself.
Very fucking unconvincing too.
Huh?
Very unconvincing.
Oh, he couldn't do it.
Yeah, because he stumbles. Yeah, he says her.
Child.
Yeah, child. 3 years. It's funny, but it's just like, all right.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. All right.
So you know, like when I looked at that, I was like, if this was a newer movie, like we know it would have been 10 minutes longer.
Yeah.
and we would have went on our DEI. Yeah, we would have got really inclusive. Made sure we
mad inclusive.
You know.
Yo, you stupid.
You feel me? Let me see. Shout out to I forgot Sarah Milas' friend's name that Vance was after.
Yep.
But shout out to her.
Let's see, Casey, Julianne Emery. Yeah, Casey.
It's always good when the person that gets their feelings hurt doesn't take things personal. As messed up as what happened with her and Vance was, she could see that he was sincere. Her friend was defending her. Sarah was defending her, holding true, even though she liked Hitch, holding true to the fact that she thought he was a jerk, holding true that they must have duped her. And like, yo, what did she ever like? And she's like, can you believe that guy? And as much as she was protecting her, Casey was like, actually, I do.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
And I think that's important.
Yeah.
Because like sometimes we do in life have to get out of our own way and realize just because something didn't go our way doesn't mean that the thing is overall trash. Like it may just not have worked out for you. But like she could like when we're talking about the best friend vote of the guy, the Maggie character at the fashion joint with Albert Brenneman, like as much as that is the psychology of the best friend being important, the best friend's important there too. And if she's like, yeah, get him, oh, get out of here, and she sticks to that emotion, they don't get to where they are when they're together at the end.
Okay.
Because the cosign is super important. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Nah, yeah. It's the Vance character.
Power suit, power tie, power steering.
All of that.
All bag
that,
wins
yo.
cry.
Shout out to Jeffrey
I'm gonna
Donovan,
get my
yo.
way.
Yeah, that's my guy, yo. That's my guy. But yeah, nah, yo, typical
literally
scumbag.
break your shit off.
What do you think about?
Okay, pumpkin.
What do you think about, like, Shorty? Did she always? Was she? Is it clear that is she like skeptical of him being a scumbag, or is she just like, oh, he's like rich and he seems interested in me? Yeah. Yeah.
No, I don't think she's skeptical of him being a scumbag.
Nah, right?
Sarah was skeptical of him being a scumbag.
For sure, yeah.
Like,
and she just ignored
he's
her
selling
friend.
her shit and she's willing to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she finds him handsome.
Yeah.
She's attracted to him, so she doesn't care. Like, he's like, oh, I'm in La Perla buying, like, lingerie for my mother, or he says his grandma.
Yeah, which
You know,
is...
and she's like, and she's rolling with that.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, she's like, yo, he was buying, like, lingerie for another woman. And she's like, I like to believe the other story. So you're lying to yourself.
Do you think...
That's
yeah,
what you're saying.
Do you think she takes accountability for getting played?
Yeah. Not
like,
full accountability,
yeah, cause
but she never
was
blamed
like,
him.
Yeah.
She's like, yo, I never seen somebody get dressed so fast.
Yeah.
Like, she said, like, all the
And
stuff
then
he
he
gained
says
her. He's talking about colors.
Yeah,
like, he
dating
can't see
coach
colors
my
and
ass
he
or
can't-
some shit, and that's where, you know, they blow the lid off that. But, yeah, it's like, man, you played yourself. Congratulations. You played
She
yourself.
served it up. She was down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She was rolling.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the thing is,
Getting dressed so fast is kind of crazy, though.
she didn't blame the
That's
date
misogyny.
doctor. She said, he said, date doctor my ass.
Yeah. She had some smoke for Will, but then when he cleans it up and he's like, no, I actually stay away
refuse to
from
work with homie, right.
and anybody like him. Like, nah, I try to have, my business seems unorthodox, but I try to keep it as wholesome as possible.
Which is odd. But I respect it.
Yeah.
No, I mean, yo, bro, like,
Call it what it is.
no, I'm just saying it's not his heart that's laying in the balance. So the fact that he's not looking at it like it's just business and taking Vance's $2,000 to pay the next mortgage at the penthouse is really nice of him. Because it's like, he doesn't care, and the business flies under the radar. Vance was the first person to talk about it.
True.
You know what I mean? Like, it was like,
treating that shit like Fight Club.
and he's like, yo, I don't do hit it and quit it. He could have.
Mm-hmm.
He could have been like, yo, if I don't agree with what you're doing morally, it's going to be another 1,000. Because I really don't like that I have to do this, but I can help you.
But I could, yeah. It's true. Nah, it's funny. I was listening. I listen to Horrible, so they had somebody on a few episodes ago that was an actual dating coach.
Oh, wow.
And And
do you consider him a dating coach?
Hitch? I feel like he falls into the category.
I don't.
No?
Well, I don't really know what a dating coach is, I guess. So if you were listening to Horrible, shoot.
Yeah,
let
like
me know
this
about
dude.
it.
This dude, obviously charges a fee, and has a certain level of consultation. Like I think he said something about he tailors his consultations based on like what you're going for. He's done straight couples, gay couples. I think he was a gay man himself. I think married couple. I think like 1 or 2 kids with his partner and shit like that. So it's like, it's from what he made it sound like. It sounds very much like what Hitch does. Like Hitch, I feel like we said earlier, is just getting you in the door. This guy, sorry, don't have the gentleman's name, but he said his consultations go from like, it's like blocks of time. So it'll be like say like 3 to 6 months, 6 months to a year. You pay for like a certain bundle for him to help you through whatever this course of relationship is.
That's crazy.
So shit was definitely more extensive. And he said something like he's got like a crazy high success rate. Like he does follow-ups up to like 18 months or some shit like that. And yeah, high success rate, but comes with the bag. Like I'm sure Hitch, you know, $2,000. I mean, 20 years ago,
really,
yeah.
I made the number.
Oh, you made the number? Oh, okay,
that's not in the
word.
movie,
Word.
right?
I mean, I'm assuming it's. I mean, you seen his crib. It's in New York. You know, that's
people
a
are
pretty
financially well to do to even have money to invest in dating.
in dating. Yeah,
Like, and I'm not talking about the
Like,
active dating.
dude on
but
Horrible is definitely charging like high five figures.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm never knocking nobody's hustle. So do your thing.
No, for sure.
But I mean, like, I can't.
As long as niggas is feeling it, I can hustle it.
Yo, for real, bro. Because the thing is, like, I can't really, I can't speak to being that socially awkward, or not
To
even
like
awkward,
need to like
but
need
socially,
the assistance.
Yeah, like,
Word.
I don't know. Like, I think I've always thought of it like people are supposed to like kind of meet their match or play opposites attract game. And I think if one person's super extroverted and the other person's super introverted, there should be something that makes them click to want to create that bridge between one another. Or another person that's extroverted knows they can't be the opposites attracts type of person. So they need a fellow extrovert, and they deal with the fellow extrovert. And conversely, same with some introverts need a fellow introvert so that they could just be in the house and be quiet together.
Yeah.
And like, I think that makes sense. And I'm like, if you need that extensive level of coaching, completely ignorant in my estimation, but in my estimation, is that person just teaching you how to acquiesce to the person that you want to be with, to push yourself into this version of you that's not the core you, to make it work.
It is a
because
little
when
weird.
I think of 500, if he would have paid for a coach to be able to stay in Summer's good graces. It would have had him
Like
shape shifting and
yeah.
changing himself to make it work with her. And I don't think that's necessarily Will's aim.
Word.
Like now, Will said something in the beginning that I wouldn't necessarily say was 100% accurate, but he said it, so you got to charge it to him. He says she doesn't want the whole truth, but she wants the truth or something like that. Or he said like she doesn't want the whole you, but she wants the real
Like
you. And like he's just
yeah.
giving those like introductory statements. And I think like, yeah, like you should be yourself in doses, but you should be yourself. Because when me and Shay were talking about the movie, is like, it's dangerous if someone's committing to a relationship where they're not going to be themselves. Because eventually you're just there. And you got to be somebody else to be able to get the relationship. You're not able to have both. You're not able to be yourself and be in love. So you got to decide, if I want to be in love, I got to be this version of me that bagged her. Like, I mean, I understand like on a sliding scale. Like, you know what I mean? Like, all of my weird quirks are not something I'm pulling out at the first date. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I hate to say it, but like,
This shit comes out.
every
naturally
girl's
over
going to
time.
find out once you live with her that you like fart.
That you fart, you know what I'm saying? You pick your nose.
And it's like, but you didn't do that on the first date.
Right.
Like, because that'd be wild.
Yeah, that'd be, yeah.
But some people go to that extreme when they're like, oh, see, you're hiding the real you. Like, no, I'm not.
no.
I'm having manners.
Yeah.
like, come on, man. Like,
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, man. And Hitch is dope, yo. It's easy going, bro. And
oh, what do you think about dancing?
Oh, it's fucking terrible. I don't mind dancing, but
I don't dance.
like, yo, I've been borderline like begging to have a partner where like we could go two-step. You know what I'm saying? Somebody I could dance with. Like, I ain't talking dance hall like what we grew up on. I ain't talking to, like let's just vibe out.
Not the whole dub.
Yeah, no,
Just the 90-degree angle.
Yeah, we don't gotta hold the wall or none of that shit. Yeah, you know
your boys don't gotta hold you up.
Yeah, none of that. Yeah, none of that. But like, y'all be wanting to 2-step, yo, with some, with something fine, yo. You know what I mean?
Nah, I always laughed because like I'm not big on dancing, and yeah, like one of my like a good friend of mine. Actually, I'll say it. Like I mean, it was Dodds' wife, and she seen me and Shay together, and she was like, you dance for her, you never do.
Oh shit!
Like she was like, that's when I knew like oh
word
different
word.
It's different with Shay. Like
fire.
You know what I mean? Like it
that's
like
fire.
You know what I mean? Like it was
that's fire.
You know,
yeah that's fire, yo.
Like just like the amount of
getting you out of character, but in
you
like
know me. So the amount of letting my hair down that I don't typically do. Like you've even seen me out. Like I'm just chilling, I'm keeping it cool. Yeah. We're gonna laugh at the bar. We're gonna have a good time.
Always.
And then during single times, we're gonna create an atmosphere where we can get some residual conversations, which was always cool because I think we ran like a good 2-man as far as like being able to facilitate conversations.
Yeah.
Like I think we got a lot of people that were not with us into conversations just in order to have like a very good casual time. Like not even like overly like trying to like make these long lasting connections, but you know what I mean? Like we were able to like be in the graces of ladies and never seem thirsty and have a good time, and it was cool. So to get out of that version of myself where I'm like not trying to be cool, but not overly thinking about it at all, but just to be like carefree and fun loving, like it speaks so much volumes to like what my lady brings out of me. You know what I mean? Like that's cool.
That's ill, man. That's ill.
For sure.
But yeah, like I said, man, classic. Well, I told you when you were like, yo, let's do Hitch. I'm like, yo, that's like a bedtime classic. I remember this is like Friday or a bunch of other movies where comfort, cozy, put it on at night.
I think that's you know what's funny? I think that's TNT's or TBS's Baby Boy.
One of those,
like how Baby Boy be on BT and like
Hitch
you'll fall asleep
on,
to it. Like
yo,
Hitch is definitely like TNT or TBS. One of them Turner channels. Like it like it's always on with commercials.
Yep.
Which is great for Hitch because at the end of the day, bro, it's very little editing required.
Bro, clean.
Like there's a few goddams.
Yeah.
But it's light. It's light on the profanity in comparison to like watching Boys in the Hood.
Yeah. Oh my god.
And like turn your punk butt over like that.
Yeah. Hey, yo.
Like, oh God, turn this off. Yeah. This is terrible.
Yeah.
Like, this just doesn't hit the same.
Holy
I need swears.
Shit. Yeah. I need the artist's full vision.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh man. That was good.
Is that?
That's it, brother.
Yo, I think that's it. I mean, I think that we have talked about rom-coms.
Yeah, until another, I'm sure we'll end up doing something like a Brown Sugar. I mean,
of course, like we're not done talking rom-coms.
Yeah,
I mean, like we're always trying to make sure it's well-rounded and like finding different pockets of movies to make sure that we cater to our growing base. And speaking of that, for all the new subscribers, welcome. Thank you.
Yes.
Hopefully you're watching all the way to this because I should have said it at the beginning.
Facts.
But feel free to drop suggestions and requests
Gotta get
to
better at that.
Seen and Not Heard Show at Gmail.
Yes.
Or Seen and Not Heard on IG. Seen and Not Heard on Facebook. Seen and Not Heard on TikTok.
Yeah, we got to get the TikTok up. But
we got what else do we have? Oh, of course, naturally in the comments. Like the show has yet to reach the height to where we cannot facilitate those. We can see them, so we will get back to you ASAP.
For sure.
And we
Keep
just
pushing
closed
the
out summer.
engagement.
We began cuffing season.
Yep.
And where does that bring us to next? That brings us to school.
School.
So
because we got derailed
where
a
we're
little
headed
bit
next?
with football. Yeah, man.
But we won't talk about it. We know.
About it, but yeah.
Until next time.
It's gonna be a good one.
You already know.
Peace.
What you see is what you get. It's what you get. Then what you see is what you get.